Check, 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 check. Another. Fuck, I fucked up my own intro. I wasn't ready for that. This is now you're now tuned into another chapter of Introverted Intuition Podcast, chapter 46. My name is Jeff. Right now, right after I'm done talking, introducing myself, you usually hear Michael, but he's away on his birthday, enjoying his birthday actually, and I don't know exactly where he is in the world. I think like Sandy Hook Beach. You know what that is?
Yeah, that's kinda, I've been to Sandy Hook.
Is it far?
It's like from where does he live in Rahway?
Yeah.
Not that far. It's probably like 40 minutes.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
So I brought in a previous guest to help me out with this podcast, and he brought two other guests with him. This is his family. I'll let y'all introduce yourselves. Go one by one.
Where what's going on, everybody? Your boy Conscious Rap from Jump Out the Frame, JOTF Records, Stand Up. I mean, repping the 908.
Word.
I came here today with two prospective artists that I'm looking to work with, help develop. Two young bloods. You know what I'm saying?
Say no.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Killer. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's Killer KC, you feel me? Chillin'.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Rahway, you know, repping that over there. So that's what we do at.
You don't seem too proud to be from over there.
Nah, I'm from Rahway. I rep that. That's my hood.
That's
so,
still
know.
that 908.
Okay,
Yeah.
word. And who else?
Maji.
I'm Maji, the Betty. Saying now, but yeah, I don't rep nothing. It's just Jersey. I love Jersey.
Okay, bet.
Word, Jersey, stand
Yeah.
up.
These are your artists too. Like on you got a record label.
Mm-hmm. So these are, well, I'm not going to say they're my artists just yet because it's really ultimately up to them if they want me to sign them. But I'm going to help develop them. We're going to do some records together, and we're going to see how it goes. We're building relationships right now. Like, Maji is actually related to me. That's my cousin.
Word.
So, of course, I really want her to be on, but I'm not going to force anything on her because regardless, I want her to be a great artist.
Word.
That's my goal, is to just make them better artists, help put their music out. And, you know, the fact that they're young is a big reason why I want to work with them because they have so much time to, you know, put into their growth and their development, and there's so much potential with them. So
You're still I mean, everybody is always developing. You're still coming up too.
of course.
Why do you think this is
Of
the perfect
course.
time for you to reach back?
Oh, it's because I feel that although I'm still growing, it's like, why not start now and grow together?
Oh, okay.
And there's power in numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, me being the face of the company is really dope, but it's like, what if I want to reach a broader audience? Like, Killer KC makes music that I think really appeals to teenagers. I'm no longer a teenager, but I'm not old either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like college
He's still
student
rocking.
age. You know what I'm saying? I'm like mid-20s, so it's like,
It's like generation to generation.
exactly.
You want to spread it.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to spread it because JOTF could apply to more than just people in my age group.
And if it sounds good too, I guess I feel like no matter how old you are, like you'll still
Yeah.
fuck with it.
They'll
That's
still
another
fuck
thing.
with it.
And I feel like people, when you put an age on somebody, that kind of takes away from like their credit and like their art, because there are younger artists who are better than some of
Yeah.
these older artists.
That's
Definitely.
very
You know
true.
what I mean? Wait, so do y'all rap or sing? Like both of y'all rap?
I sing, he raps.
Yeah, I
Okay.
make music. I do it all.
Word.
Willing to learn it all.
How did y'all link up? Y'all two.
Well, he's a close friend of Samaj. and-
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my shorty.
Oh, y'all. Oh, shit.
Oh, my bad.
Did you just figure this out?
No, yeah, pretty much. I thought that was your best friend. That's what you were saying.
Or not.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
you said BFs. Oh, boy. I'm an idiot.
Word.
Damn, see.
Best
I-
friend, and that's my shorty.
No, but that's how it should be. That's how it is with me and my shorty. Me and my shorty are best friends. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
word.
what's up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's dope.
Make
Have y'all done
music
music together yet? Or y'all just...
Nah,
No,
yet.
we've been
I'm
trying to.
gonna help them make that happen.
Word.
That's
Jersey,
gonna be
you
tough.
know, see shit.
Definitely.
I feel like it would sound a lot better, especially with two people who actually fuck with each other and know
Yeah,
each other.
that connection gonna be there.
I don't know if it really works with J and B though. That last album was kind of trash. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I ain't gonna. I mean, like, it wasn't their best work. It wasn't epic. It wasn't like OMG. You know what I'm saying? It was just like
Everyone was already used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, but I could definitely tell, like, you know, I felt like Beyonce definitely had some influence from people writing for her for that song. Like
Sure.
one of those songs, like Ape Shit. You can tell Offset definitely wrote like a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
One of the Migos. I don't know which
It
one.
was Offset.
Oh, specifically.
Cardi B, man.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn. So how's you been since last time you were here and we heard
I've
from you?
been busy.
Like shows, like more music.
Both. Like, first off, the studio, Cerebral Sound Studios, just opened back up in Elizabeth off Caldwell,
Bro.
and I'm super hype about that. I was in there last night actually recording because the head engineer there, Solo, he's been dealing with some difficulties, and he had to put things on pause while he was constructing and working on the new studio that we're at now. So in between that, I was going to different studios, and then I just started writing, and then I was focusing on just performing. And a lot of time had passed, and just this week it opened. So it was like open for business. I'm back in there. Like, that's my second crib. I'm always in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been working on now, is like going to the studio and preparing for this release, because last time I was here is telling you that I'm getting ready to do a mixtape called Flows.
Yeah.
And I just got some a rough draft of the artwork for the cover. So the next step now is just book the sessions. All the songs are already written for the mixtape.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
How many
everything's
songs
written.
can you say, or are you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm only gonna drop like 7 or 8 songs on this, because it's a mixtape, and I have an album coming out at the end of the year that's gonna have more than that.
Okay, cool.
So it's like I'm gonna have a lot of music
Big
coming out.
moves.
Yeah.
Word.
And then of course I'm trying to do a single with these two.
That's gonna be tough.
Like lead single, like come out the
Just
gate.
a single, yeah, to introduce them as, you know what I mean, as their independent selves, and also just to represent ourselves as a conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope. How, do y'all have music out, or like
He
available?
does. He
Definitely.
does.
Yeah, on SoundCloud, you could check me out on @KillerKC.
Yeah.
How old are y'all exactly?
I'm 20.
He just turned 20 and I'm 16.
Okay, so who are y'all influences? There's a lot of artists
My
from
influence,
past generations and now current.
My influence is SZA
Oh, okay.
and Selena, of course,
Just those two specifically? That's where you draw your inspiration from, or no one like?
and Lil Yachty. Yeah,
Shit,
Lil
Yachty
Bo.
fiend.
Wow.
But just got me some diamonds. She goes like, because she like kind of reminiscing all about time.
This is crazy. The generational gap is kind of crazy because I never heard anyone say that before today. So that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
What about you?
My influence is X, definitely. He was definitely
Yeah.
one of my influences. And another person is Wayne. I look up to that. You know, a lot of the new artists like Rich the Kid, well, not so much him, cause nah, but Uzi, you know, people like that. You could listen to their music,
Word.
but like legends too. So I mean, like I have a lot of influences. So it's just
That's dope.
Yeah, everybody has a different perspective.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like it's good to hear from younger artists like, just like saying that these new shit lost. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically X. First of all, R.I.P. Gone too
Yeah.
soon. That
definitely.
his
Long
music
live
was
X.
really, really, really good, and he was around I think your age too.
Yeah.
Does that make you like feel like a certain way? Like,
Yeah, I
do you
think
feel a
about
connection to him?
Definitely. Like I felt like he just reached a whole nother level with like this music. Like he always said in interviews I used to watch, he was like, if I get the right equipment, the right tools to do what I really want to do in my mind, like I'm gonna be the best artist. And he was really achieving that, accomplishing that. Like I felt like he was definitely on the road to being a legend. So it was
And
crazy.
he was an inspiration too, because every time when he goes to show, he will tell his fans that they're stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I liked him because he didn't feel like he had fans. Like he felt like his fans was family. So that was another thing. Like
Yeah.
He was way beyond his time, I feel. He kind of reminded me of a Tupac in a lot of ways. Not in terms of his
Yeah.
music, but just the way he approached like himself
Yeah.
in interviews and
yeah,
his energy.
his energy was definitely crazy. You gotta have that energy.
I will say y'all fucked up though. Yeah, I didn't say your potential boss is an inspiration to y'all too. Like
Nah,
he's out
he
here
He's
too.
not our inspiration. He's our idol.
Nah, he definitely an inspiration. Just having a conversation with him earlier, like it was crazy. We was
Word,
loving
like-
it. So,
What
like,
happened? What happened?
we was just talking about real shit, like like just music, school, life, like
Yeah.
everything, a whole aspect, making money, all of it, and everything was
Yeah, CR
good
is
information.
amazing. He
Word.
inspired
He's dope.
me.
Would y'all,
Appreciate
do
that,
y'all
man.
want to do music full time and eventually get out of school, or you got to plan to finish school?
Of course,
Yeah, I'm
I plan to
finishing
do that
school.
full time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna happen.
You got some good talent, man. You know how to pick him.
Yeah, man, it starts off with, your personality and your mindset. First things first is like before I even listened to his music, I wanted to know who he was and try to get a feel of his mentality. And, you know, I already know Maji, you know, I know her my whole life. Used to babysit her, so it's like, you know, I'm seeing her. And, you know, my whole thing was just to make sure they understood the reality of being an independent artist and understanding it's a hustle. And, you know, you really have to be ready to invest in yourself and invest in your craft. You know, because you got to pay for studio time. You need videographers. Like,
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like ultimately me being, you know, the head of the label is to get enough money where they don't have to pay for that out of pocket. It could be a budget. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that takes more success and that takes more time to eventually get that kind of funding so we could do things even bigger. But right now, everybody's going to put in together. And, of course, obviously, me being the head, I'm going to invest what I can into their projects and try to make them come to life.
Okay. So how many artists, like producers, like everyone is on the label right now? How many people total?
So right now, we got EXO. He's a producer for JOTF. We're affiliated with a couple other producers like Even Slamar, Johnny Boy. These are producers who make music across the board, and they're not necessarily just exclusively on my label. But as like I said, once we get more funding and we're able to actually pay people salaries, then it'll be like, yeah, now I can offer you a position permanently, so you can permanently be exclusively for us. We got K-Rock is the other artist. He's also my business partner.
He's dope.
He's dope. Yeah, he just dropped. Shout out to K-Rock. He just dropped his new EP, Underdog. Bruh.
It was hot.
It was hot. You bumped it?
It
Yo,
was hot.
Check that out.
It was
hard,
tough.
Bruh. My favorite song on there is Underdog, the last song. Underdog, like, he was being so real and talking about what it is to be an independent artist and, like, the struggle. It was real.
So is y'all goal to remain independent as a label, or do you eventually want to get that bigger machine behind you? Because you can make your own money, especially the more people you get on your label to help you, and they branch now different, like producing and doing features and stuff like that. Do y'all eventually want? Is that a goal for you, like to get on like a Warner or an Interscope or Def Jam, some shit like that?
I mean, honestly, yes. And the reason I say that is because I don't want to necessarily, I'm not looking for a 360 deal or anything like that, obviously, because I already have my own company and I have other artists I'm working with. I want to get them in the best position to get good deals under my label. So, like, a distribution deal is what I'm looking for. Like, a company that will go behind us and put money behind the advertising and the marketing because we need that. And I know that this is something we're all trying to do full time. So, it's like, if you're trying to do it full time and turn it into a career, you do need that machine behind you. Not saying, like, you can't do it independently, but there is like a cap of how much you can do when you have a certain amount of resources.
And that's why I feel like there's no one who's truly independent. Like Chance, he pushes that idea that he's an independent artist, still is. I think there's no such thing as getting to that level where you're still doing it yourself, I feel, in my opinion.
I agree. It's mass production. You need help. You need
Definitely need a
help.
team.
Need a team.
For sure.
Nobody does it by themselves.
Word. So I was curious about like how y'all really got into music, all three of y'all. Like, what age? Like, do y'all remember y'all first lyrics y'all wrote? Like,
Well, I was 9. I always sing.
Like in a church or just around the house?
I had a talent show 7th grade too.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was super popular after that.
Me,
That's how I gained my clout.
I wish I was musically inclined. Like, I envy anyone who could really like do a straight 16 without messing up, and someone who could sing like perfectly. Like,
it's crazy.
So do you remember like your first raps?
Tell me the story from earlier.
I think my first line was with my cousin. We was like, we always used to rap. R.I.P. my cousin. He pretty much got me into it, everything. But I think we was like rapping. We was just like freestyling, and I was talking about child support or something. I think that's what I was talking about. And he was rocking with me too. I remember like it was yesterday. I think that was my first line, was something about child support. I know it.
That's hilarious.
What about you, Sia?
All right, my first time starting to rap or my first interest in rap?
Both, I guess. It goes on the same umbrella. I feel like around that time, I don't know how young you were, but you might have like.
I was like 8 years old when I first started listening to rap music. I found like a mixtape at Home Depot. On the floor.
He probably stole it.
Nah, I didn't steal it. I really found it. It was just on the floor, and then it was a Jay-Z and The Rock versus 50 Cent and G-Unit, and it was obviously a bootleg. And at the time, it's funny because her father, my uncle, he used to be big on bootlegs. And he
Oh
used to-
my god.
Yo, right? He has an addiction. Like, he has cabinets full of,
Dave.
Go in my kitchen.
yeah, like mixtapes, but anyway.
Word.
So I
I'm sure
found
when I
it,
get home.
and it had some Jay-Z on it, some stuff on the Black Album before the Black Album actually dropped. It was just, like, different singles. It had songs from The Massacre from 50 Cent, and, like, I just bumped it. I was just like, yo, this is hard, you know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I was a Jay-Z fan, big time, and I just listened to hella music, and I would just, like, start freestyling when I was, like, 10 years old. I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Me and my homies after school, we would just, like, freestyle all the way home because we lived in Roselle. It's a small town. It was easy to, to walk.
Word.
Yeah.
I think it's dope that y'all really rep Jersey because there's a lot of artists in Jersey who really
Word, they
So
get
many.
big, then forget where they came from.
that, and they don't even rep it. They just rep New York because it's so close. It's
Yeah.
next door.
So
a lot of
annoying.
people do. Nah, you gotta rep Jersey.
SZA is the only one.
Yeah,
You
she's
gotta
from
rep
Maplewood.
Jersey.
She's from Maplewood.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't know that. So like,
I
who
knew
are,
it. I seen her before somewhere.
is there
I know.
anyone else like that's really on from Jersey? I know.
Fetty Wap. Yeah.
Fat
Is he still
Boy.
on though? Like, is he still
Nah,
popping?
Fat Boy on.
Nah,
right
he's
now.
not popping.
Yeah,
Fat Boy
Boy
makes
is
music
out
though,
here.
but I don't know if he's done like an album. I think it's just
Nah, he
mixtape.
just had a mixtape, but I'm saying like he putting on for Jersey though.
And then y'all, so it's like those two, and then
Yeah.
y'all. Like, I think that's
It's
dope.
so many Jersey artists that aren't known right now, and I'm just saying like
Everybody's
we about to
sleeping
blow
on
up.
us.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like
bro.
people looked at Jersey just for like the Jersey club, not really
Yeah.
hip hop.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
yeah,
I
that's
agree.
the crazy.
Or hip hop or R&B. So
And I feel like Jersey has a lot of clout for DJs.
yeah.
Like
To be
DJs,
honest.
because like club DJs.
Like
Yeah.
DJ League, DJ Lil Man,
Yeah.
DJ Smalls.
Yeah. 'Cause
Team
of the
Leak, you
club
know it.
music. So it's just like, I agree with that. It's like,
that's
that club.
that's weird. Like the only artist I've ever known that I really fuck with from Jersey is Joe Budden, and he reps
Yeah.
it still to
I
this
ain't
day.
even
I
know he
forgot
was from
about him.
Jersey.
Yeah.
You know that?
I ain't
Because he
even know
kind of he
He
was
came
always
crazy
in New
for
York.
Lil Yachty. Sound like him.
You really like Lil Yachty.
Shit, Yachty.
I
She's a
love
huge
Miles.
Yachty fan. She's a huge Yachty
Yeah.
fan.
Y'all have no projects out right now, or just straight just singles or songs?
I'm working on a project right now, but that's
He got some dope
it's
songs.
a lot of stuff going into that. But I definitely got like Workout on SoundCloud, and eventually like on bigger platforms. So it's coming.
What's your vibe like when y'all creating music? Like, what's like the paint me the setting of a
I like
day.
to be in the dark with glow lights
Yo, that's lit.
What?
Like
and weed air.
usually what I do,
Word.
you know, we coming though. But like usually I like to like be in a dark room, and I feel like that dark energy. Well, not dark energy, but like just it being dark and like the lights, everything, the music bumping, you high, you cooking, like you listening to it. I feel like that's a good vibe right there, and everybody like just bumping. Like yeah, that's lit.
Or-
But in the studio, I definitely like it to be dark.
All right, okay. And the content of your music, what is that? Is that also dark to match the vibe of the studio or whatever?
Not necessarily. It's what I'm feeling. I feel like I want to tap in. I try to tap into all categories, all type of beats, all stuff like that. So, like, if I hear a beat and it sound good to me and I feel like I could spit on it, then I'm going to do something to that. But I like to, you know, mix it up.
Or, I feel like you're the opposite. You like dark studios too. I feel like
I mean, like,
he rapping anything.
yeah,
He
yeah, I
can
feel
rap
like
in
it's
the
like
bathroom.
yeah.
like
honestly,
Yo, that's lit, though.
That's it. It's just like, I mean, like, of course I like a good setting, good vibe, but it's like all I really need, one requirement that I need if I'm writing, I gotta have my headphones on because I play the beat over and
Yo,
over.
that's how I
I
am.
have
Like,
to.
my
Like
friends,
specific headphones or just any headphones?
Any headphones.
Okay.
I just need something
Yeah,
where I can
bruh.
listen to it by myself.
it'd be like that.
Yeah, because, like, that's how I make sure line for line my shit is fire.
And that's what I do. You gotta play
Yeah.
that beat over and over. You can't just listen to it once.
Mm-mm.
And do y'all actually like write like with a pen and paper or like
I like to
iPhone
use
raps
my
or
phone.
Yeah, I use my phone.
I
like
use
to
pen
use
and
my
paper.
phone. I tried it. I tried
I
the
was
pen and
curi-
paper, but like I
you could
just
lose
don't
it?
feel it. Like I
Yeah.
feel better when I'm on my phone.
I
Feel
used to do
good.
pen and paper, like growing up, obviously, like, because I've been doing this since I was young. And
Yeah.
before that,
You
we
didn't
didn't
have
have
an
phones. Yeah,
iPhone.
we didn't have an iPhone.
You
So,
had a Blueberry.
yeah, I used to have notebooks full of verses I never recorded, some that I did, just papers. Like, yeah.
See, like I remember when I was in high school, I tried to rap one time, and we all had like our little yellow notepads and hella pencils, and I mean, needless to say, it was trash. It'll never come out. I have it on my laptop actually, but I was just curious how people do it today with like writing and stuff. Have y'all ever like do songs off the top? Like, is that
Yeah, I
easier?
try to tap into everything, but like I felt like freestyling was something I needed to work on, so I started doing it more. Cause like everybody nowadays, you gotta be on go with it. You gotta know how to freestyle, and say some hard shit off the dome. So you gotta adapt. So like, you just gotta keep freestyling until you start hitting it. And like, there's practices you could do too to like make yourself better, make your flow better, easier. So yeah, I just be doing that.
Okay. And what like as far as singing, like. How am I trying to say? Like, do you have like, you come from a background of singing, or you just listen to these artists and you're like, maybe I could do this too, and you hear yourself in the shower one day? And
Yeah,
I
could like remix songs. Like,
I'll
like sing the
covers?
SZA music. Yeah.
Oh, word. That'd be like a good idea to do.
And
on
sometimes
YouTube.
I listen to
Like,
beats and write to it.
Those covers really pop nowadays for some reason.
Yeah,
like,
I know a lot of people that got some real good attention off on
The
YouTube
one that sang Buddha,
covers.
what's her name?
LMA.
Yeah, LMA, yeah.
What about her?
She started doing Instagram covers to songs.
Wow.
And,
I didn't know that.
a lot of people covering a new Drake song, and it's fucking. No one's killing
In
him
my
more than
feelings.
Drake. Like, in my feelings,
do
like,
you love me?
Yeah, like,
Why you riding?
I'm getting sick of that. I actually want to get into the Drake album, and Drake in general. I feel like he's like a big influence on a lot of people.
To be honest.
Did y'all like the new Drake album? If y'all heard it,
I like it.
liked it.
I like
liked
it
it.
because Kiki is his name, his nickname.
oh, so you just like okay.
Nah, I like that album though. I felt like after what happened, to be honest, I thought he was gonna take a L. Like I thought that was it for him. But he really, you still got to keep in mind that's Drake. Like that's gonna be Drake. He gonna always spit some hard shit. So he came back from that.
He said himself on the album that he had to really adjust the album because of that. That beef really fucked him up in a big way. And I think that's his second best album right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't
I
been
like the
listening.
one from 2011.
Oh, you talking about Take Care?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was tough.
I think that's his worst one in my opinion.
Are you serious?
I think Nothing Was the Same
the
is his,
summer.
is his best one.
Nothing
Nothing
I
was,
think
the
I
same.
think that's his second best. In my opinion, it goes Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and
Calvin Jerome.
and Thank Me Later. I don't know.
it's
That's
tough.
me.
Like all his music's good
of
regardless,
course,
but
of course.
I just think Scorpion really grew on me.
Yeah,
No,
Scorpion,
that's
but-
yo.
It just
I like the A side better than the B side though. Like I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't like the B side. Like when he sings, on some records it sounds really good, and then sometimes it's a little extra, and it's like all right. But I'm a huge Drake fan, so it's like I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? I love the A side, the B side, certain select songs I like.
I think he finally like mastered singing on this album. I feel
Yeah.
like he finally
I
like
feel you.
perfected it. Like from
Yeah.
Nothing Was the
Yeah.
Same to this. Like
Yeah, for his voice, he mastered his voice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I
he
agree
needs to
with
stop beefing with people though, because
I think he needs to just stop talking like he Jamaican.
that's a fact. Yeah,
Like, I think X said that before he passed. We don't
Yeah.
claim you.
I think X actually had beef with Drake, like because he said he sounded like him on
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Look
said
at Me,
they had
KMT,
some
all that shit.
crazy
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah,
he need to stop.
he did just release that freestyle. He was talking Jamaican. That shit was hard. I ain't even gonna cap it.
All right.
That shit was hard.
I think
I
he
didn't hear
finally found himself on this album. When did y'all realize that y'all found the confidence in your own voices to make music? Like, did somebody tell you, "Oh, that sounds hard," or did you just
He
believe
told
in
me.
yourself?
Yeah, I used to hear her sing, and I didn't know she could sing. Like I just heard shit on Instagram, and I was like, damn, that's her voice. I didn't look at her and see that. But for me, like, I don't know. Somebody. I don't know, to be honest. I just felt like going in the stew, and then I just went in the stew and started recording, and that's when niggas was like, yo, you hard. So I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna keep going. And I kept going. No.
How did y'all meet? And like, oh, you're 20, she's
Alright,
16.
so this is what.
Yeah.
Alright, so I was a sophomore. He was a senior, and
Yeah.
I came into lunch, and he was like, "Who this loud bitch?" And we didn't like each other.
I didn't say it. Nah, she was annoying though. I used to not like her. For real. She used to blow my shit every day. I did not like it.
You just got to a point where you couldn't take it.
Yeah, nah. Like she was always all up on me, but I was like, damn, like you cool, but you just mad loud. I can't take that shit. But then she like started maturing and shit. Now she's not as bad, but she still
As
could
bad.
get loud. But she's still chill as hell though. I fuck with her.
Okay. I'm trying to think of other albums that dropped this year. Did y'all hear the Nas album?
Of course.
Yeah, we was just bumping that in the
to
car.
We was
That's
bumping to
crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna be
everything.
honest. Nas is out of my top 5 rappers of all time because of
Yeah.
that album.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
You said it's trash?
I don't think it's good, man.
Oh no.
Nas, it even sound like Nas himself.
I
Like,
get what you're saying.
I'm not going to jail. Like, I bumped the album. I
Like-
just bumped that song we was playing. It was
Yeah.
hard, so I can't even.
y'all remember
speak
which one
on
it was?
It was Everything. It was called Everything.
Oh,
It was with him, Kanye West, and The Dream.
Yeah. That shit was
I just think it was like kind of hypocrisy because like Nas is talking on this black excellence shit, this woke shit,
Yeah.
but he's with Kanye who's supporting Trump, who's
Yeah.
anti all that shit. So
At the same time, we don't know when they recorded that. It could have been before he made all those statements.
regardless,
would've-
nah, it couldn't have been because I think it came out that like they went back like the week before to redo songs and stuff like that. Or,
Yeah.
I think Nas is out of my top. He really disappointed me with that shit.
Are you serious?
Honestly, like
Even with Cop Shot the Kid.
that, the beat is dope, but just what he.
Oh,
It seemed like Nas really
man.
lost a step compared to how Jay's moving right now.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z is definitely on that.
He hasn't lost a step. I think Nas lost a step on that.
I don't know, man, because Nas isn't still in my top 5, bro.
Nah, yeah, Nas is lit.
I can't lie, bro. I like this album, man. Like it was. I don't know. It was Escobar. Like, you know, it was an
Forever
evolved
legend.
Escobar. It was like today's age Escobar.
Maybe I got to go back, but I still enjoy Tekashi
be like
6ix9ine over Nas'
Are you
album.
kidding?
Like,
If
that's
we
way
got
more
this
New
to
York.
be-
Yeah, that's way more New York than Nas. Like when Nas is talking.
Yo.
Everybody has the right to their own opinion. I feel you.
Yeah, I respect everybody's
Nah.
opinion, but Nas is out of my top.
How you
5 for
feel
that.
about Kanye's album?
His album specifically?
Yes.
I like that a lot.
I like
fucked with
Ye's
it.
That's the
album.
best one out of all those 7 songs that dropped, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kanye's album specifically. Tiana's was dope, but they fucked it up.
I need to
According to
listen
her.
to Tiana. I just like
was it?
looking at her.
I feel like a lot of people felt that way, actually. I feel like a lot of people didn't even know she could sing until.
Yeah, she
Yesterday.
glowed up from Medea though. She was like, "Bye, friend."
True. Damn, that's so true.
Do y'all, when y'all making music, do y'all like, or when you're in the creative process of making like a project or a song, do y'all tune out other music and just focus on your sound?
I just did that recently. Like, I don't know exactly what you mean by tune out, but like
Like you don't listen to other music because you don't want
Yeah.
to get influenced by that. Or try
yeah,
to sound
I
like somebody.
what I did is like I unfollow everybody like on Instagram, like all the well-known people. I unfollowed them. Like I just didn't want to like see nothing or like
That was
none
my
of that.
influence.
But sometimes I do like just to like catch those vibes. I listen to some stuff before I go in the stew, or I try to write something, and then I listen to my beat, and I be like, yeah, I feel that. So like influence, I guess. Hear them.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I kind of do the same thing. Like it depends, like on the type of song I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause sometimes I do go in the booth with the mentality that I'm trying to like make a certain type of sound of record that I probably never tried. So I'm gonna listen. Like, let's say I'm trying to make some trap shit. Like I'm gonna listen to somebody that's really dope at making trap just to see how I would probably attack that. And then there's other times where it's like I don't need anything, and I'm just like 100% CR. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
depends because I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes it's fun stepping out of your comfort zone and doing
And being versatile.
and taking a risk. Yeah,
Yeah.
being risky and doing something you don't usually do. And sometimes you need to listen to somebody who does it well to see how you're gonna attack it.
Yeah, if it comes out organic, it'll come
as
out
long
right.
as it comes out organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the style of this new project? Is it you just going with the vibe, or is it like a specific
Oh,
direction?
for flows?
Yeah.
All right, so flows basically is just straight bars. You know what I'm saying? Like it does have a lot of industry beats, like well-known industry beats on it, and like I'm just being CR and I'm talking. I mean, there's some personal bars on there, and then there's just some fly shit, and then there's shit talking about the company. It's just a real entertaining project that I want to drop before I put out my album, because the album's really like, you know, the entree, you know what I'm saying? Flows is just the appetizer, just to get people, you know, because I've been dropping singles. Like right now I got Low Days out, that was with Sodom, Prospect, and me. We had just dropped that. It's on SoundCloud doing some numbers, and you know, people fucking with that. I performed it.
Word. I still fuck with audio art too. That's dope.
Oh, thanks,
Still dope.
bro.
When last time you hear and you played it for us, like
It was.
it's super dope.
Thanks, man.
It
You
was
should be proud of
beautiful.
that. Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Like
I appreciate that.
you needed a vacation after that.
It's about to be a 1 year anniversary in October.
You doing something special for that?
Yeah, you about to get freaky in them sheets.
Oh yeah.
1 year. I'm talking about anniversary of the album. She thinking about me and my girl.
Oh, that's coming up too.
That is kind of
Oh shit.
But yeah, that's besides the point. Talking about music. But yeah, me and my girl going on 2 years this year.
Word. Congrats.
Shout out to Stephanie.
Word.
So as far as the label goes, is it like a democracy, like anything you say goes, or is it like you get everybody's like opinion and perspective on things before decisions are made?
I don't like coming off like a dictator and telling people what to do. This is how I am, even in regular life. I put out realistic options, and then I give you what I consider might be the best option, and then I let you do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I explain the consequences of whatever choice you're going to make, in my perspective, right? And I don't try to control anybody. I just try to make sure you have the information you need to make a good decision. You know what I'm saying? And that goes as far as deciding when you want to drop your project, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like, you know, what type of video you want for it. Like, if you ask for my opinion, I'm going to give it. But on the creative side, that's completely up to the artist. I feel like unless you ask for my opinion, I'm never going to tell my artists how to make their music.
And you're not really big on like handouts. I feel like you wouldn't just hop on anybody's track that's looking to sign. You have to like really meet them, like, or you know your cousin.
Yeah,
but, like,
and
you have to
actually
really meet
vibe
him.
with you because I want to make good music. Like when I first started trying to do features and working with other artists, I did have that mentality where I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna work with everybody, blah blah blah. Then I started realizing, like, nah, man,
it don't work
like that. People sending me shit that's trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what the hell this nigga's talking about.
You can support it only so far. Like I'll support anybody, but you got to put that work in to show me, like, this is worth time. Like, all right, we about to turn this up.
Consistency is key.
Yeah, definitely.
And so they're not officially signed to you yet. That's no paperwork signed.
We want to.
They want to.
What's the hold up? Is there just
we
timing?
Gotta make. Well, it's timing, and also like I want to make some music first with them. I want to build that relationship because we haven't recorded. Like, me and her recorded a song a long time ago, but that was like, you know, a reference track we recorded at my home studio or whatever. But I just want to keep building that musical chemistry. I want to introduce them to the other people I work with, to my producers, my engineers, the other artists. Yeah. And then when we finally have that chemistry and we feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, this is what we need to be doing, then it's just like, all right, bet.
Definitely.
I just want to build that chemistry because it's like, I don't want to come off too like one of those artists, because I've dealt with people like that. One of those people that's like, yo, man, so if you're trying to work with me, you got to sign this paper, blah, blah, blah. That turns people off.
For sure.
Especially
it's intimidating, honestly, because
it's
like,
intimidating. It's like, what? I got to sign a contract to just do some songs with you? Like,
that's some weird
you ain't
shit.
that popular.
I'm not even, we're like, let's keep it real. Like, I'm not out here breaking crazy records or anything like that. I'm still on the come up. So it's like, I don't even feel right trying to get people to sign a contract right now, because it's like, what do I have to offer? Like, a real contract comes with a budget. It comes with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes with a check. Like, I ain't got no checks to hand out. We all got to hustle and try to get these checks.
You're right though. Definitely. I feel like an artist and a producer definitely have to have a bond just to make that perfect song. If you want that song to sound right to hit, like, they can't just, like, I mean, sometimes it works, but I find that real producers, like, they like to sit down and have a conversation or take they like artists out to lunch, like chop it up, shit like that. That's important. Then like they go in the studio and that shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because the vibes are like aligned and
they're
like,
more comfortable.
For sure, for sure. I feel like that's why Drake and 40 work perfectly.
They work.
Because 40 really found Drake's sound. Like,
he
know him.
And the Slump God and X.
Was Slump God he was a producer or he just was a rapper?
No, he was a rapper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the best duo.
I don't know all these young artists. My bad. My bad. I think I respect the fact that you even brought them here, because even though nothing's really official, you're still getting them out there, like their name out there. So I definitely respect
for that.
Yeah, man, because like I said, like, I want to show. The easiest way for me to get people to really, you know, rock with me is to bring them into my world. Like, just hang out with me, spend a day with me, a musical day with me, and you'll see, like, yo, this nigga really is his music, like, is his lifestyle. Really fire. Like, this is really what I do. Like, I was in the studio. I was a performance on Thursday, studio on Friday. Now I'm here doing this, and then tomorrow I'm having a meeting to discuss the video for Low Days. So it's just every day, bro, I'm thinking about what can I do to further my art. So it's just brand myself. To brand myself and to expand, and all I gotta do is have them around that energy. They're gonna pick up on it. So
as creatives though, like, we're naturally good at multiple things. Like, do you recommend, this is a question for all y'all, do y'all recommend like you focus on one thing, like just rapping, perfect that, then move to producing, or y'all both recommend just doing everything all at once and whatever pops?
I was just shaking my head no, but then I got the idea that everybody's different. So, you know, if that works for you, then cool. You just going to have to focus on that one thing. But I know me personally, I can do multiple things. So I can try to rap, and then I'm going to try to figure out how this producer works, and I'm going to go over here and want to work on this clothing brand. Like, I'm trying to get to that chicken, you feel me? Like, so I could do it all, so why not use all the talents that God give me, you know?
By any means necessary.
I take things in a different kind of approach, only because, like, for me, the way my mind works, I do really well with one thing at a time.
Word.
But I do it in the right order, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, all right, I'm about to do some photography. Now I'm about to go learn how to swim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, for example, when I was trying to, when I started the company and everything, I started doing photography, and then the photography started leading to the web design, and then the web design came to me doing some sound engineering, and then I put out my own music, and it was just like everything.
All in order.
It all was in order, and because I've tried all those different things, but I was going through different phases of creativity where I was only in that particular phase. So now it's like I have the facet to be able to go like, all right, I can focus on doing photography. Like, I got a Nikon D5100. I can take some pictures. I know the lighting. I can edit it. And then I get back into, all right, I need to go on the website and post up something because I can do web design. We got to put this song up here. Then I go into videographer mode. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
It's a lot because
That's lit, bro.
it takes a lot.
It
takes a lot, though. Because
Learning how to do all that shit is crazy.
I did it one thing at a time. Like, I learned how to do videography and all that shit, but it was a lot. But at that time, I wasn't recording any music. I was literally servicing people and doing shit for free so I could learn it well enough that once I learn it, it's like riding a bike.
Word.
It's funny. I'm at this weird crossroads in my life. Like, I think I'm a really good writer, and I'm really good at this, I feel. Well, I'm still growing, but I'm just a little bit cocky. So I've been kind of trying to focus more on this as opposed to writing. Because, I mean, I do want to put out a book next year. It's a goal of mine. But I was actually asking that question more so for advice because it seems like y'all do multiple things. So I definitely appreciate y'all.
Writing books is lit.
Yeah.
I know people who've released books, and I always support. So when you drop yours, let me know, bro. I'm an avid reader.
I don't like to put out the idea of what I'm doing, but basically it's a personal dictionary. So each chapter is one word, and it's like my personal take and my personal definition of that word.
That's lit.
Hopefully that's coming soon. Are y'all all Haitian?
Nah.
I thought he was Haitian when I first met him. I was like, stop by, say he was like, what?
I'm just black.
I'm half.
Okay.
She's Haitian.
I'm Belizean. Yeah, Belizean Haitian.
Is that Haitian background like influencing your music in any way? Like,
No.
And
my act, like when I sing, you could probably hear it.
I don't know much about it. I was just curious.
Well, for
I would
me,
learn the culture though. The culture seems dope.
Word.
The food is good.
Caribbean.
I heard.
the Haitian food, manger haïtien. Yeah, it's that good stuff.
So you've been doing shows. You brought them here to do an interview before y'all haven't done anything. Like, have y'all been to one of his shows?
Nah, never.
Why you take him to a show, man?
Not yet, at least.
Not yet, because I've been mad busy. So it's like me taking time to go pick people up as opposed to like, it's just a lot, bro. Like, I don't like making excuses, but it's just a fact, bro. I've just been so busy. I haven't been able to bring him to a show yet.
You're grind right now.
Yeah, but but the first thing I want to do before I even bring him to a show, and another thing too, a lot of spots I'm performing, you gotta be 21 and up.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's another thing, yeah. But I want to bring him to the studio. Because to me, like, performing is cool, right? But I'm not going to really, really love performing until it's a crowd of people who came specifically for me.
Oh, you don't want to be you want to be a headliner, not really on the bill. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've performed at a lot of showcases, and it's cool. People show love, but it's like I like performing where I know the people who are showing up are there specifically for me and my artist or whoever I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm gonna like. I'm trying to appreciate, the stepping stones, getting to that. But it's just like that's the one thing that's turned off about it. So the creative part, going in the studio, vibing, like that to me is the best part of being an artist. Like, that's why I want to bring them into that world. Like, we got the studio, got a lounge in there, we can chill, we can roll up.
Yeah, I want to see that studio.
Yo,
like,
you gotta come through.
It was
bro.
finally officially done.
It's done, bro.
It's beautiful.
Through. Yeah,
it got
bro.
it's dark and it got the lights.
You know what you should try to do is like rent out space so like other people could come in. You get a little money off of that too. Like,
Word.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking.
I mean, one thing at a time.
thing
but-
at a time. Like like I said.
One step at a time.
One
Da-da-da-da-da.
Facts.
Word.
funny
I'm
as
actually
hell.
after I leave here, I'm going to a venue. We're trying to set up some live shit for this shit and other shows on the network. So I mentioned that we got some artists too.
Word,
Bring y'all
definitely.
up.
Yeah,
Get
let me
y'all
Hell
know,
involved.
yeah.
man. Get
Jersey
out
got to
there.
support Jersey.
That's a
Word.
fact.
That's the
yo, like,
problem.
we
All
gotta
the-
support each other in general. Not even just as black people, just
Word.
people in general. Like
Yeah,
there's too much
honestly,
divide,
I agree.
and you see
Definitely.
that's how we get Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
crazy shit like that happens.
How do y'all? I mean, I could tell how everybody feels about Trump.
Yeah,
but, like,
it's
has that
fuck
affected
him.
y'all like
He's
personally?
just ugly
He's fucking.
and annoying.
It just bums you out.
Every time.
Yeah,
If you want to know what's on his mind, just check his Twitter account.
man. I just felt so weird having from like Barack Obama to this nigga.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Word.
Like
Yeah.
how did this really happen? Like this shit really happened. It's crazy. That really shows you that money is power. Like,
Word.
that shows you money is really power.
I was always curious to ask someone who I don't have any younger siblings, like how it really affected younger people, because older people I feel like we're kind of directly affected by it because it could affect like our jobs.
Yeah,
But younger people who are in school, I feel like they're kind of blinded by what's going on around them.
yeah, definitely. Like it's still a lot I don't know or understand, but just like
Understand it's not fair.
yeah, like just seeing certain things, just like from going like from past presidents and seeing little things and bits and pieces that they made the U.S. better to now going to him and like seeing the bullshit that he doing. It's like, yo, I know that's not right.
Especially the thing they're doing with ICE and like how they're
Dividing the families.
dividing the families. Like
Yeah.
yo, that's so inhumane. Like it doesn't make any sense. And then you want to blame a certain demographic for becoming criminals, but you're provoking that environment for them by separating them from their families. Like what you think is gonna happen? You put them in a foster system. You separated them from their biological parents. After they get older, they don't have anybody helping them. They're gonna turn to crime most likely. To take care of themselves. So it's kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy that he's trying to facilitate.
Mhm.
And I hate that because it's just like that's not any way to regulate the whole issue that's perceived with the immigration. And I don't know, man.
His election, for me, like, this might sound wrong, but it inspired me and then, like, kind of made me realize that they really fear us and that anything is possible. I mean, I knew
Yeah.
anything was possible, but now I know for sure that this
Yeah.
nigga could come from The Apprentice to be the fucking president. So it just made me want to go even harder and be like, really shit on these fucking white people.
Yeah.
Not, my bad, Caleb. But like the
My
race,
bad, Caleb.
like the racist white people who really fear me and feel like they can
good
hold me
white
back.
people in the world.
No, that's a
Yeah,
fact. We got a lot of allies.
Yeah,
Yo,
like,
I
white
used
people
to
in the
work
world.
at Dollar General, but and all the white ladies going there flirting with me. The old white
Bagging?
ladies,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
they were old white ladies.
Okay.
So?
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
was she-
Okay.
Oh, she don't
They
wanna
was
hear that.
old as hell. I would be
I'll
so
beat they
nice
old
to them.
ass
You
up.
get a little change from them though, like you put it down right. You get a little money from them on the side. You know what I mean?
Give me,
Get out of here.
Give me a couple quarters or some
Get
shit.
a little cool.
Sugar mama.
It's been done before. Trust me.
Yo.
My girl probably listening. Now. I'm not doing nothing now. So know that. No white ladies in my life. All right. So what else is next for Jump Out the Frame? Like, what's like the next immediate thing besides your project? You introducing them to your is there anything in the near future coming up, like an event? or
We
show?
already had one on July 5th. We had a party at First Republic.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Um,
missed it.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it was cool, but that was my first time organizing a party. I usually organize showcases where I bring artists together, we perform, we have a good time, we got some vendors. And, more people show up to that than when it's a party. I tried having a party just to see, honestly, because I don't even like to do a party like that. Honestly, I just threw the party, tried to make some money. And, it wasn't that successful. I mean, people showed up. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't completely empty, but it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting the turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not females that come in
Yeah.
sundresses and just stand in the corner
Right, people to come
looking
through.
retarded.
Is that like a main struggle for you right now? Is finding a solid support system of a large following, or is it money mostly, or
I'm gonna say it's not hard finding the following because it's weird. With our generation, people support you so easily on Instagram and on
That fake
Facebook.
love.
But when it comes to like
Yeah.
trying to come out
Yeah.
in real life, it's so hard because it's like I could post a video or a picture of my music or me in the studio, and I get mad love, comments,
Facts.
reposts,
And even your ex in your views.
yeah, all of that. But
Nah, that's facts. I
But,
got
yeah.
I got these. Shout out to Leah, bro. I got these 2 girls. Well, not 2. It's like 3. Like, yo, I post something, they really come out to it every time. They support everything. And then some niggas will be like, yeah, I'll come to that shit. They don't pop up. Like, I had a couple shows, like, they really came to all of them, and like the show was lit, but it started raining, so niggas was doing the bullshit.
And I have people who consistently come out to my stuff.
Word.
Like those are people in my inner circle. I got like 5, 6, 7, 10 people that'll come out definitely, but it's just like that's not enough.
That's why I fuck with you,
You know
because you
what I'm
really
saying?
show up.
Yeah,
you really support.
and that's
So-
and it's crazy because it's just like it's hard to get that in return sometimes, yo.
Yeah.
It's just so hard, but it's like it's part of the struggle, and like I don't really care about that. I'm not focused on that aspect anymore. Right now, I realized that because I read a book by Mark Manson, and he was just talking. One of the things he mentioned is just how people always try to work on their weaknesses when you should really work on your strengths. And I'm saying
Facts.
nothing's wrong with working your weaknesses, but why not take your strength and make it a super strength? You know what I'm saying? My strength is studio, creating music and putting it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna focus on. Like if I get requested to perform at a spot or a venue, I'm down. And I'm gonna be there, but as far as trying to organize my own stuff, like I don't know about that right now. I just when they're ready to start performing, then it's like okay, because now it's another network. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We
Man,
can put
you
our
know, I'm
put our stuff
always
together.
ready.
Yeah, so we you know what I mean we put a show together. Like showcases are gonna be the next thing. When's the next one? I'm not sure. Definitely gonna be sometime like in the fall. But that's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be a showcase. We're gonna have artists come out because that's where I be at. That's in my bag. You know what I'm saying? When I organize showcases, that's when people come out.
I fuck with his confidence. He ain't even done a show yet, but he's already saying he'll kill it.
Word.
Nah, because I really
I
like,
really fuck with that.
like, it was like,
That's why I like you.
Yeah. Nah, we was really gonna set it up. Like, we had the right people, the right connects. We had like microphones, everything. Like, and it was like some in-house shit, but everything was like high quality shit. So it was gonna work out good. And like, the show, it was lit, but it wasn't what I like thought it was going to be.
Expected to
Like,
be.
I expected people to come out, and like, I had some people come out, but then I had like people from other groups, like they really came out, and I ain't really know them, so they really like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I don't know, I'm just always ready to perform.
Word.
Whenever you gotta be on go, whenever, and I'm on
Yeah.
go whenever.
Word.
So
And you gotta be cautious too. Be cautious of these fucking snakes that try to get at and these fake people who just say they'll
yeah,
invest in your shit
Exactly.
and they'll help you out, but they won't be there for you.
definitely,
Mhm.
you could tell the snakes.
So, and I'm very selfless. I'm there for everybody, but it seems like when I've been doing this more recently, not a lot of people are in my corner. So that's fine. Like I'm gonna shit on you eventually. You'll really so you'll see. So don't support me now, but you will have no choice
Facts.
eventually.
And you know, it's kind of also a good thing because it's a filter.
Yeah.
I feel like this right now, this period of my life is filtering and showing me who I need to build relationships with and value and who I need to let go.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm at the point where it's like, yo, if you don't support what I'm doing,
Get out my life.
get out my life.
Fuck
Like,
that.
I don't even want to hang
You're a
out.
waste of
What's the
space.
point?
What is the point?
'Cause we
Literally.
on go. We on go mode right now.
because
We
it-
grinding.
yeah,
We don't
we
got
working.
time for people
Exactly.
who wasting time.
Nah, bro. Like niggas
We all
is working
on
to
it.
make their dreams come true. Like I there's a lot of people that I just don't see often because it's just like they're living their own lives and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I have a mission. I'm on a fucking mission. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you're not helping my mission, then it's just you do you. I'm gonna do me.
Facts.
I've had to get rid of friends that I was friends with for more than 6+ years because I feel like they weren't as creative and more as open minded and more as forward thinking.
Yeah.
And that hurt. I ain't gonna lie, but it's just like I gotta go.
Definitely.
I gotta go.
Exactly.
You know what I
I
mean?
got time for that shit, bro.
Definitely.
I guess one of my last questions is jump out the frame.
Mhm.
What does that mean to y'all? Like,
Jump out the frame. Like, you see a picture that's black and white, and we are in rainbows, and we just jump out the frame.
I would not have thought of it like that.
yeah,
get
not
the
the rainbows part. Nah.
I
I
get
would
the
not
visual.
have thought of it. Nah, that's dope. Like, to me, jump out the frame, that means just pop out,
You stand out.
stand out.
One
And I
of a
feel like that's
kind.
definitely what we do. You gotta stand out in this type of generation to
Mhm.
really make an impact,
Exactly.
change people's lives.
That's a fact. And
But I
you-
feel like everybody looks the same. Like,
Not me. Don't nobody look like me.
I ain't gonna lie though. A lot of kids your age though got the same style of dreads with
word.
the.
You just,
Yeah.
you just different.
But
Yeah.
it's all
definitely
personality.
seem
You,
unique.
feel me?
Yeah.
It's also like jump out the frame. It don't even just gotta be looks. It could be like anything, personality,
Mindset.
music, all that
Yes.
mindset.
Thank
So
you.
I think-
I'm
yeah,
different with it
you're
all.
clever.
Yeah.
That's the right perception. I agree with what he's saying. That's what I created it to be. Like
Mhm.
the slogan was "Don't just stand out, jump out the frame." Like embrace your individuality, embrace being different. That's what makes everybody so awesome. Is that we're not the same. So it's just like if you can find your difference and put it on the forefront, then I support that.
Yeah, mine is probably jumping out of like your comfort zone.
That's
Yeah.
Because
okay.
if you're locked in that complacent comfort zone, you'll never
Yeah.
make it.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
You'll never make
That's a
it.
fact.
anything that fears me, I'm gonna try to go for it.
Word.
Mm.
And I'm gonna accomplish it.
All right.
I like that mentality. That's hey man.
I really like
Hungry,
these two. Like,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
need to really get him in the studio
That's-
ASAP.
that's
Like
what
as
I'm
soon as you leave
saying.
here, like.
Facts,
Oh,
I got a
word. That
studio
ass.
appointment right after this shit.
Word, okay.
Look, he's
Oh,
already
he-
loved the work.
He telling you what he got.
Like, that's what it's
You
about.
are.
He already got his own shit set up.
Yo,
That's what it's
you know.
about.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
But I was going to prove the music anyway, so we good.
Feel me? These niggas hot.
Good, man.
Word. I want to
He's
hear.
hot.
I need the SoundCloud links and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Word.
man. I'm
You
gonna
better
send you. I'm
blast
telling you,
that
you're
shit
going
right
here.
now.
Because we got some listeners. Like our most listened to country is Norway right now. Norway really fuck with us.
Norway. That's
Uh,
lit.
So it's
Nice.
you got some listeners in Norway right now.
That's
Shout
some
out to
lit
Norway.
Yeah.
Have a little tour out there. you
Right.
feel me?
Coming through,
That's
coming
lit,
through.
bro.
Y'all want to shout out your social medias or anything like that?
Okay.
Look, she's ready.
Look at her.
Ladies
She-
first.
Word.
Ladies first.
Well known over here.
Okay.
Look at her.
Maji the Q. Majey.
That-
The Q.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit is official Killer KC. Just like that. Killer KILLA
I
KC.
think they know that.
That's like Twitter, Instagram, all that same thing.
Yeah, everything.
My Twitter is Vibes with Maj. Yeah.
Heard you.
And you already know CR_908. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. And you can catch me. I'll be on Facebook. I don't know about everybody else. Conscious Rap. I post stuff up on there all the time. So I do a lot of inspirational quotes on Facebook.
Inspirational quote.
Yeah, if you fuck with that.
Oh, actually, one last question. What's like your ideal collaboration? Like, who's the one person you want to work with, dead or alive?
Oh my God.
Maybe two people. Make it easier. I don't know.
Yeah, two
SZA and Lil
Two
Yachty.
people. Okay.
It would be tough.
My cousin that passed away, I would have
No.
wanted to work
No,
with
he
him.
said who's alive.
Nah,
I
dead
know,
or alive.
dead or
so-
alive.
Oh.
My cousin, I would definitely work with him. I'm working with the one that's alive now. We're going to do something too. But my cousin, and it's hard to say between Biggie or X, but I want to go with
Nah.
Biggie, bro.
No.
Biggie, that's the guy right there. I got to go with Biggie. Like, nah, X.
X,
X,
yeah,
fuck yeah.
exactly.
X.
X.
Because, Leo, we would have made some crazy shit, I'm telling you.
Word.
Hey.
Said
Hey.
For me,
Who you got?
it would have to be. You said two, right?
Two, yeah, make it a little easier.
Jigga and Drizzy.
That would sound nuts.
Word.
Because you
I
kind of
would-
sound
No,
like Drake a little bit.
Exactly.
I would love
that
to
would
be
be
on the
fire.
record.
Yo,
with Drake.
Drizzy, bro.
Yo, if I made
Jay.
music, I would want to work with Pac and Jim Morrison from the Doors.
that's
From
tough.
the Doors. It wouldn't make any sense, but and I would sound the worst out of the three of us. But
Yo, Pop, that would have definitely be some dope
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Pac would be president right now. Honestly.
Yeah,
To be
facts.
honest.
He want his shit a certain
yo,
way.
He was such an activist. People don't even know, bro.
Legend.
Legend, bro. He
Facts.
did so much for the streets, bro.
All right, y'all. I guess that's it. Y'all got anything else y'all want to shout out before we out?
Let's just give some positivity real quick. Everyone be yourselves.
Word.
You know.
Love yourself.
Facts.
Don't
Love
let nobody
yourself.
say you can't do nothing because they haters.
For real. Accomplish your
Word.
dreams and goals.
People say I can't sing, but they ugly.
Word, man.
What if SZA say you can't sing? Then she ugly too?
Nah, SZA look good.
Nah, fuck.
Okay.
She
She
look
ugly
good.
too then.
No, she's not. She
Yeah,
look
nah.
good.
She
Positive, remember? So, like, my positive message, everybody that has something that you feel is worth working for, just work for it.
Chase it.
Chase it. Stop feeling entitled. Stop thinking that it's just going to come
Mhm.
to you. It's definitely not going to be overnight.
And don't give up.
Don't
too.
give up because you're
Word.
definitely going to fail. but
Exactly.
but the key is to not stop trying
And get back up.
Get back up.
Yeah.
And please, when they were shouting out their social media stuff like that, I hope you were writing that down. Go check them out, please. Because they all
we
seem
made
really
it
dope.
easy for you.
Flow's coming soon.
Real soon.
Jump
We
out
all
the
got
frame.
music soon, you know.
Oh yeah, we're
It's
gonna
about to
drop
be
something
fire.
Fuck it, I'm
soon.
about to drop something too. I'm inspired.
Hell
Fuck it.
yeah. We about to get you
Mixtape
in the
coming
stew.
soon. Fuck it.
Mixtape
Yo,
coming soon.
that.
Word.
2018,
I don't know what I'm calling,
2018.
but
About to make some hard.
Word. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening.
It's gonna be tough.
Facts. Thank you for
Word,
having
Thank
us.
you.
Lit.
Thank you.
908.
Jump out the front yard.